So bad.
Spinning show.
Oh, it's vomit, dude. It's totally vomit. Our next guest was here in the last episode, but he felt like he wasn't properly represented, and so he's brought his running mate to come back on. Hopefully, he won't shatter anything on my set again.
Yeah, because that's broken. Right
yeah,
there.
you can't. You'll hurt your hand grabbing it. It's hot and it's sharp, but it still looks good. Please welcome to the stage, Wally Satchel.
How's it? All right, yeah. You look amazing.
Wally.
Hang on, Alex. I've got to address the American people. American people, I know what you're probably thinking. You're thinking, who am I going to vote for on Election Day for president? I know time's running out. There's only 407 days left till Election Day. Well, tell you what, if you need a president that knows how to have a good time and has a sweet puppy running mate, why don't you vote for old Wally Satchel?
Oh my God. So this is Dr. Otis Spankenfapper, correct?
No,
I get him more on the desk so he doesn't fall.
no, that's my vice presidential candidate running mate. His name's Joe Biden.
He looks so much different in real life.
Well, it's a coincidence on the name. That's not the human Joe Biden.
That's not really Joe. Oh, okay. Okay.
You can tell because he's younger.
You are adorable. Wally, tell us about this newest scandal that you're part of while I take care of this puppy.
Alex, I knew you were going to ask me about that thing that I asked you to ask me about. Fine. I'll talk about the scandal as I have in countless blogs and press encounters. It is true that I have an addiction, and an addiction is a disease. So I have the disease of being addicted to nicotine patches on my forehead.
That's quite a scandal.
I can't wait to get out of here so I can stick a few on my forehead.
You don't have any now?
I do in my car.
Wow.
You should put them on your forehead.
Uh,
Because that'll be interesting. This is ridiculous. You are the best vice president candidate ever. Look at you.
That's what I've been
Full
saying.
of moon pie. I don't think I know how to eat moon
How many
pies.
do you put on your forehead? How many nicotine?
Well, I usually like to hang out with the smokers when the smokers are hanging out, and I like to slap one on my forehead and look at them in the eye so they can look at me in the eye with mutual admiration.
Is that what they're looking at you with?
Well, they definitely do when I stick another one on my forehead and they know that I'm down to party.
That is down to party. Yeah.
You know
Can't
that's
argue with
right.
That, yeah.
The only bad part is I've been spending all my super PAC money on them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, thousands and thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars in your super PAC.
Yeah. I sure hope I win this presidency so I can do something about addiction for myself. It's the only way.
The problem is you're better than like most of the candidates. That's the worst part.
I know.
You're also a bit sexier, if I may say.
Well, thank you.
Those are seashells.
That's my jewelry.
So you're at least a very, easygoing man. You didn't spend a lot of money on your jewelry. That's a leather bracelet.
Definitely.
Only 2 pins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Explain your shirt situation.
I've been watching the nip slips. It's pretty.
Well, I'm glad you brought
TMZ, get a load of it.
Check it out.
I'm glad you brought up my nipples because that's a big part of my platform on the campaign trail. As you can see, my nipple right here, which is totally legal in our society for a man, someone with male reproductive organs to have their nipples out in almost any aspect of our society. But you know what's not fair?
Functional nipples?
I don't know what those are.
Women's nipples, they're functional. They actually do something.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
they
right.
feed the human race.
Well, guess what? They can have those nipples out and feed the human race in public, but they better not just have them out not feeding a baby. because those nipples and her can go to jail.
Is that your policy?
No, that's the policy that exists right now. I'm trying to change that.
What is your policy?
My policy is if your nipples don't have a bunch of hair around them like mine, I totally support them being out in public.
Clap to that one. Clap to that one. That's the one serious thing I want to mention. It is ridiculous that the things that feed humans are wrong, but yet people that have seashell necklaces and sunglasses oversized, nicotine patches can flash a nip and be like, oh, whatever.
It's a travesty.
It is. No, seriously, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And babies, their nipples are out all the time. Nobody
God,
tries.
you're so weird.
Nobody tries to take babies to jail.
Texas might.
Maybe.
Suck on that, Texas.
But hey, guess what? Those babies get a little bit bigger, and those nipples become contraband.
Wow.
Tell us about the platform that you're running on. You felt like you weren't properly represented last. What are you doing, Spankin' Pepper? You just. Oh, okay.
He's getting votes. Let him do his thing.
So tell us about your platform, buddy.
Well,
Besides nicotine patches.
nipples were my main platform, but let me get back to talking about why I got into this race to begin with. It has a lot to do with nicotine patches, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
There was a time when someone approached me, someone that I'm very attracted to, and they said, I'm going to need you to squeeze on both of my butt cheeks. Both hands, both cheeks. If there's not both hands and both cheeks same time, the butt squeezing deal is off.
There'll be no season 2. I'm so sorry. There'll be no season 2.
Well, hang on now, because this story might end up being a cliffhanger that you do on another season. Because people are going to be like, what happened with those butt cheeks?
I want to know. I really want to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. So, this was back when in my smoking days. So I had a cigarette in my hand, and I said to myself, how am I going to squeeze on both of these butt cheeks and get the pleasure of nicotine at the same time?
Oh, wow. That's
Nicotine
hard.
patches, baby. Now I'll stick several on my forehead every day, multiple times a day.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Wally Satchel. Give it up for Wally Satchel. Look at that. Wally, thank you for
Come on, Joe Biden. I'd like to thank you personally, Alex, for having me on here and exposing me to several people watching at home.
Wally Satchel! Yeah! Wally Satchel.